We are live.
Good afternoon, Facebook. Good morning, Facebook. This is Cheryl and Stephen with tips and tools for broadcasters. And has anything happened in the last 24 hours, Cheryl? Hello, by the way.
Oh, I don't think so, Stephen. What do you mean? You mean I couldn't go live yesterday? I had to cancel my show. I couldn't post. I couldn't do anything. Is that what you mean?
That's what I'm alluding to, that Facebook, are even now, 15, 16 hours later, having problems, and broadcasts are not able to go live. And at yesterday, they just stopped. RJ and I were in full flow with 10 minutes to go, just winding up to the end of the show. I was about to ask RJ if she'd help me with a Udemy course, and we just disappeared.
Wow.
So yes, Mr. Robert C. Stern is here.
Hi, Robert.
We got on. Yeah, we did a show earlier today, the Blabbing for Britain show, episode 167, and was it 168? And that went fine. So I knew we were going to be able to go live, but you had problems actually getting in, Cheryl.
Oh, I spent, I can't tell you how long trying to get in. It was, well, and then when just Facebook in itself, trying to get it up and completely loaded up, and then trying to get in to be live through the guest link. It was, yeah. But I finally got in. Everything happened right before the show, right before we went live. But yesterday I had my show scheduled at 1 o'clock, and I knew something was going on because I had heard, but I thought, well, I was able to schedule my show. Maybe I'll still be able to get on through Be Live. And, I tried and tried and tried, and it just would not go. And then I finally just took my earbuds out, and I thought, I guess I'm just not going to be able to do my show. And I thought, I'll try one more time. I had that feeling, I'm just going to try one more time. And when I did, I started counting down 5, 4, 3, 2. I was like, and then I'm sitting there going, oh my goodness, I'm live. Oh my goodness. Okay. And then I started talking, and I was excited to be live, and I was, just starting my show, and bam, that was done.
Yeah.
I don't even think it was 2 minutes. It was just done.
Basically it was progressive. Everybody who was broadcasting at 11:50 a.m. yesterday, their shows just stopped, and then you couldn't start a show, and then they pulled the whole of the live video API. So you couldn't go live on BeLive.tv. You couldn't go live on any third-party software. So I thought, right, okay, I'll go live, but I'll use Facebook natively. So just press the go live button on Facebook. Camera came up, set up the title and everything. But then I looked down the bottom right-hand corner, and the button to post was grayed out. So you couldn't even go live on Facebook yesterday.
Yes.
So I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll make a short pre-recorded video, which I did, and then I'll upload that to Facebook. Well, I made the recorded video, but I couldn't upload it to Facebook.
Yes, exactly.
No.
And Instagram as well. There I was trying to post on Instagram too, and it was like, no, it was not going to allow that to happen. But this morning, here's something a little strange. This morning, the post that I was trying to post on Instagram actually posted. And it said that it posted 16 seconds ago from the time I checked it this morning. I was like, oh, well, good time for me to check it. So it posted 16 seconds ago. So I thought, oh, well, let me look at Facebook and see if it posted there, because I had posted on both, and it didn't post on Facebook, just only on Instagram.
So they're in the throes of catching up, and we're in the middle of it. They're going to have a good, solid explanation for this, because the one thing they do have, because they rarely, fingers crossed, have a problem, is they've got our trust. We know we can go to Facebook and we can use it. We can use Messenger. We can post on Instagram. We can do a whole range of things. And if we sort of start to think, well, is it going to work today? then that trust has
Mm.
gone, hasn't it? So they've got to come up with a darn good explanation for everything that's happened in the last 24 hours. And Corinda's just saying he's actually been affected for the last 3 days.
Wow.
Okay. Now, I did hear that there are lots of stories going around, which I won't repeat. When anything goes wrong, then other people have things which you wouldn't expect to go wrong. Yeah, and people start telling stories and doing live videos about it, and it gets
Yes.
mentioned by what we best call people who are not engagers. The people at the top of the food chain start talking about it because one person's had a problem, and then they spread a scare all around. So that sort of thing's been going on as well. So Facebook is still
Well,
got a problem.
and to what you were saying, it seems to be it's human nature to create a story. You've got something going on. Well, let's just wrap a story around it and just talk about it because we don't know what else to talk about right now. And then you just keep it going. And this is kind of what is the challenge with a lot of our days. I don't mean to segue. I'm not trying to segue, but this is the challenge. People they up a story around it, and then they just start talking, and all of a sudden people jump in halfway through and think, oh, well, this must be true.
Right. I'm still here. Cheryl, are you still here?
Okay, I'm still
right.
here. Can you see
I can
who
see
knows?
you.
I think I'm still here.
Oh, we lost. Basically, we might have stopped for a second or two. I think it's just not reliable at the moment, and so right. Okay, what do you do when Facebook's down? You go to Twitter and you complain about the fact that Facebook is down, but there is no real alternative, is there, at the moment?
No, there isn't. And like I said, I was actually able to get in and go live for like a minute, and then I just which I was grateful for. And you want to know why I was grateful?
Okay. Yep.
Because then my show didn't get completely canceled.
Yes.
Where the post was just vanished because Facebook canceled it. So for the fact that I was even live for just that little bit allowed the post to still be there, and for me to go in and explain technical difficulties. I'm going to reschedule the show. And
Yep.
so I was grateful for that.
Well, indeed, because you're not letting anybody down, you're explaining. And when you've got a regular show like we have, it's good to be able to explain to people that there has been a problem, and you'll be back with the show next week, next Tuesday, or next Thursday.
Yeah. And so that was nice. That's one of the things that I don't really care about, the way they just cancel the whole post. You know what I mean? Because I've had situations where there's been technical difficulties and the whole post has just been canceled and people don't have a clue what happened to me.
Yep. Yeah. That's not good. I mean, the video from yesterday, which is still showing live, I think, well, is it going to be recovered, or should I just delete it? Because the problem is that if a video is still showing live, it's still showing as the featured video on your page. Yeah. But there's nothing on it.
That's true.
Yeah. It's blank. So that anybody going to your page to watch the videos can get into your video page, but the video at the top is one that they can't play. There's no way around that, because you can't put a note underneath this. There's no text. You can't add text to it. There is one good thing to come out of this: the Blabbing for Britain show this morning, because there's nothing on Facebook Watch. Facebook Watch was empty. Blabbing for Britain got onto Facebook Watch this morning.
Good.
Which is sort of the silver lining. If you can see us live, Corinda or Robert, can you just say hello? Because I'm not sure whether we are or not. I know live thinks we are, but yeah.
I know.
Okay.
I'm not sure if we are or not either. So actually,
Okay.
you know what? I'm gonna go look.
Right.
See if
Okay.
I can.
Well, whilst Cheryl's actually looking, I'm going to put a couple of links up which are useful when Facebook does have a problem, you can actually go to, first of all, this one, which is the Facebook status, and it will tell you exactly what the state of play is on Facebook. And the second one is one which is heavily used and reported by the media, and that is Downdetector. And again, that will tell you what the problem is on Facebook, and you see people's comments, you see how widespread it is. And if you feel frustrated by what's going on, you can actually post a comment and say, it's down in the UK, I don't like it, or whatever you want to post, really. And that will come to Downdetector, and that will come to Facebook's eyes as well. I mean, we are grateful to Facebook for everything that provide, but we do need to be able to have reliability, because I feel, have you heard of a product called Facebook for Work?
Facebook for Work. I think I have. Yes, I have heard of that. Yes.
Okay, that's the business version, which people pay for to actually keep in contact with co-workers around the globe. Yeah. And they can do private videos, they can message each other, they can share posts, they can do anything that we can do on Facebook, but they're doing it in a private network.
Nice.
So if you had switched over to that and your business is now run on Facebook for Business or Facebook for Work, then you were down yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's affecting your business. I mean, the biggest losers over the last 18 hours have been Facebook, because they've lost tens of millions in advertising.
That's true. That's true.
If we're not streaming, they can't advertise.
Exactly.
So,
and wow, I'm sure that they're really doing their best to get everything resolved as quickly as possible.
Right. Now, there is one site which, well, have you heard? I don't know whether you've heard of it. MeWe.com.
I think I have.
Oh, good. Right. Okay. That's brilliant. It is a private network, extensively, because you can do most of the things that you can do on Facebook, you can do on MeWe. You build a circle of friends. And I got in there in the early days, but I didn't do anything with it. And I last visited 3 months ago. Now, 3 months ago, I thought, right, I'm going to get my act together. I'm going to get this as an alternative to Facebook. If anything happens on Facebook, I can say to everybody, come over here. That was the idea. But then things got busy, and I haven't been back for 3 months. But before 3 months ago, I set up a page for the Live Video Hub, because I was going to replay live videos from the Live Video Hub on MeWe. I thought, why not?
Yeah, good.
And I will still do that, but without posting anything at all, apart from one video. That page has now got 44 people following it. Now, that might not be a big number, but it's a start. So if I do...
yes, you haven't done anything. So, yeah.
So I'm going to explore MeWe as an alternative. You can post video, you can post pictures, you can have discussions with people, you can follow people, they can follow you back. And in addition to that, you can actually, if you want to do audio only, you can record it live on the site, and then it just becomes a post. They don't have live video yet, but for what it is, it's free to use, and it's been going several years now. It must be. It had a different name before, but MeWe.com is certainly worth a look as an alternative place if anything does happen on Facebook again. It's not Facebook. Basically, it had earlier this year. It made the news. I think it made CNN because the number of people who were joining it. Hundreds of thousands of people have actually joined it this year.
Okay.
So it was getting some sort of impetus going, some sort of growth going. So now is a good time to have a look. So I'm going to post a link to that in the comments. And
do you think that the growth in MeWe.com was coming from people that were actually leaving Facebook, or people who were just simply going over to MeWe as well?
That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a darn good question. I don't think people are going to switch off Facebook yet, because basically we've invested so much time in it, and we do the weekly videos and we chat to people and use Facebook as the center of our social media. At least I do. So that place is not going to slip because of the outage at the moment. But it's good to have a bolt hole somewhere to go to, which is not as noisy as Facebook, but which you can actually talk to people. So that's my tip of the day.
No, it's a good tip, and I'm definitely going to check that out later today. Because
Right.
I know I've heard of it, which I'm sure I've heard of it from you. We probably talked about it 3 months ago when you went over there, and that's probably where I
Could be.
heard of it.
That's possible. That's definitely possible. And what else have we got? Alternatives to Facebook. I don't know of any real alternatives at the moment.
No,
No.
I don't either. You
I
know,
mean, we could have said Google Plus, but that's gone.
I know. And,
Yeah.
it's that's just a shame, because I really thought that, they were going to get some steam going there with something. But, yeah.
Yeah. So there is space for somebody to actually get a network going and just have the elements that Facebook's got, not copy them, but add them. Right. Okay. In news of the week is repurpose.io. Animura announced yesterday that if you use repurpose.io, then your videos, which are transferred from Facebook to YouTube, will be in HD in high definition. Now,
Great.
instead of the usual 640 by 380, you're going to get high definition. It doesn't work in every case, but I've tried it twice and it worked twice. We did it with Ask Angelica from last Friday, and the quality difference is just astounding. And then we did it with one of the 5 days live shows, and that worked well as well. The quality difference between what we were getting before and what Annie's getting now. Yeah. Now there was somebody who said, yeah, okay, of course he is. But he's tried it. Yeah, because there are always people are skeptical of something so wonderful. I'm not mentioning names, but not everybody believes it's true. I believe it's true because I've done it with 2 videos, and I'm waiting. RJ will be doing it with her videos too. So we'll just have to wait and see. But it's good because we've been broadcasting for 2 years now on Facebook, over 2 years. And in the beginning, we had high definition video. You download the videos, same quality as when you actually were live or on the recording. Then they decided to actually stop it, and they didn't tell us they were stopping it. It just disappeared. So we've all had to put it with standard definition. And when you take the standard definition to YouTube, it looks okay. It's still a video, but it's not crisp. And
Correct. It's not as nice as it could be. Exactly. I mean, it's there, someone can get the information, but the presentation in the visual isn't as nice. And I say to the person who is the naysayer, who just wants to talk negative, well, why don't you just go do it? Just go try it and do it. And then, rather than once again wrapping a story around something and let's go with it.
Oh,
Just go try it first. And then, if it doesn't work, then maybe you can be Mr. Negative or Miss Negative, whatever. But to do that before even trying it seems a little strange to me, actually.
Yeah, I can't tell you. Well, let's just say he's in the business. And video.
Well, we don't need to know who it is. We don't need to know. I was just saying in general. Yeah.
Right. Now, I want to come on to a byproduct of this. Is, do you use Facebook to log in anywhere? I do. When you log into a third-party site?
Very rarely do I use Facebook. In fact, I think I used it last week to log into something because I was in a hurry and it was easier. And I think that was the first time. I always take the time and enter in my email address, and I don't want that link. You know what I mean? I don't want that. So that's just me.
Well, no, it's not you. There are many people who take that wise decision. It's wise for the simple reason that if you had been trying to use your Facebook login yesterday, on sites, you may well have had problems.
Yes.
Because if the Facebook site is down, then there's a possibility that the Facebook login can go down as well. Now, I admit to being lazy, and it's been easy for me. So Facebook is forever, just log me in with Facebook and tie the two together. I've changed my mind now, and I'm going to undo all the bad works that I've created in God, in a long time, and going to go back to each of those sites and actually set up an email login for every site that I'm on, so that if anything happens on Facebook, then you know you can get into other sites, because
Yes.
if you're using Facebook to log in, then it's a knock-on effect of Facebook having a problem. Because it's like, we're on BeLive at the moment, but there's a lady who's using BeLive at the moment, and she's just created a new Facebook page. Yeah, and I advise that in order to see it, to log out and log back in again. Or when she log back in, the page still isn't there. Now, we do have to log in with Facebook on BeLive.
Yeah, we do. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'll say that right out loud, but go ahead.
Well, the reason is simple: to have some validation of who you are.
Yes.
And the logic is, if Facebook are happy with who you are, then BeLive are too. It's not the only checking they will do, but it does mean that you've got a valid Facebook account.
Yes.
Yeah? Which stops a lot of people who would try to get in if it was just email and password. And it ties it to the Facebook account. It makes everything simple. But I mean, they must now, I have no personal knowledge of this, but they must be thinking about, or every software house must be thinking about, do we actually allow people to log in with Facebook? Or do we insist on an email login? So yeah, because if you can't log in with your Facebook account, and difficult. It's not happened to me. I'm just saying it's possible.
Yeah, but like I said earlier, it's that whole. I think it's a whole thing of time. When you have that option to log in with Facebook. And like I said, I did it last week, which was very rare for me. And it was only because time. That was the only reason I hit that button, because I knew, wham, I was going to be in to get what I needed. And it would be that simple rather than taking the time to do the email. But like I said, normally I take the time and I just log in with my email.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense now, because not saying that lightning can strike twice, but just be prepared. And the best way to be prepared is to actually do it the way you're doing it, which is to have an email login for every site that you're on. And then whatever happens on Facebook, you're not going to be affected. But it just, I mean, when Facebook goes down, all the infrastructure goes down, all the third-party software goes down. They have a big responsibility to keep the service up 24/7. So, right. Okay. Now on my menu, I've got British politics, but we don't want to go there. That wasn't for this show. I'm using a menu from this morning, actually, because I didn't know how long it would actually take to set things up. Okay. Now, podcasting on Anchor. It was suggested by Tish last Thursday. She was watching Blabbing for Britain. She said, I would love to be able to listen to Blabbing for Britain when I'm out and about. In other words, I want a podcast, I want an MP3. Mm-hmm. So it struck a chord, and I thought, right, okay, why can't the Blabbing for Britain show be an MP3? Why can't it be a podcast? So, using repurpose.io, I got that to create the audio file, put it on Google Drive. I downloaded it, went to anchor.fm, uploaded the MP3, put a description in, and lo and behold, Blabbing for Britain is now on anchor.fm, it's on Stitcher, it's on iTunes. So Tish actually started something, which is good. And then I followed that up by taking the 4 of the 5 5 days live shows, and I put those onto Anchor and out onto Stitcher. So there you go. The start of an audio revolution.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm
Right.
still working in that area. I'll get there.
Well, the easiest way, because you're actually creating the content when you do the show, and you just download the show, take the MP3 off it, and upload that to Anchor. Just a possibility.
Yes, but this is what I've been thinking, Stephen. I've been thinking I just want to do the podcast, the audio myself. I don't want
Right.
to take it from another show
Okay.
because I really want it to be structured to be just for that. Because I do a lot of visuals in the stuff that I do. I'm pulling screen shares in, and I'm very descriptive on them. You know, I talk about it and really describe things well as I'm going through it. But still, I don't want that in. I'd rather take the time and just, you know, because you could create a podcast. You know, you and I've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
You can create a podcast anytime you want. I mean, I don't have to look all pretty like I do right now. I don't have to be camera ready to do a podcast.
You just need your voice. That's
exactly. And I don't have to worry about, you know, where I'm looking or what I'm doing or if I'm looking down and reading. I don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And that makes the flow so much easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so that's kind of my thought process. We'll see. We'll see when I get it all together and going, and we'll do a comparison on it. We'll look at that.
Okay. You'll wake up one morning and think, I'm going to do a podcast today, and that's it.
That's it. And I'll have to do anything but come into my studio and do it, you know?
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Oh, good. Right. Well, we hope to be back on Facebook next week. Of course, we're going to be back on Facebook next week. There are going to be no more problems after today. Cheryl, it's over to you.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us live and on the replay. You know, we're just happy to be here today.
Oh yeah.
Everything came through. So we appreciate you and taking the time to put your comments in. You know, this show we've designed for you. It's tips and tools for broadcasters. So we want to know what you want us to talk about because we want to bring the information to you. And so we're always out there looking. Stephen is always uncovering something cool that we can talk about. So have a great week. I'm Cheryl Piper, and we will see you next week.
Bye.